Imagine being outside on a warm night and looking up to find a multitude of bright twinkling stars that fill up the canvas of the dark sky. That beautiful fantasy is hidden behind the curtain of artificial light. This is the reality of light pollution. For several decades, millions of students have been deprived of the natural beauty of the night sky due to the abundance of artificial light in our campuses. But that's not all. Not only does light pollution disrupt our view of the stars, but also our circadian clocks. Circadian clocks are natural sensors in our brain that produce hormones like melatonin to help you sleep when it detects darkness. Artificial lights cause the circadian clocks to believe it's still daytime, resulting in students not feeling tired when they need to sleep. But the impact even goes beyond student health. Artificial light affects animal behavior, disrupting migration patterns, reproductive cycles, hunting cycles, and more. Birds may struggle to find their way home, and nocturnal predators don't know when to hunt, impacting the surrounding ecosystem in many ways. But it doesn't have to be this way. Join me as I explore the effects of light pollution, explain simple steps we can take to reduce it, and discover how we can improve student health and reclaim the beautiful night sky for millions to see. For a few decades, colleges have been using LED streetlights to brighten the campus for the students to roam at night safely. This may seem like an innovative upgrade. However, it causes more harm than good. Lights that peak in longer wavelengths appear softer or amber toned, which are dark sky friendly temperature readings. Wider, bluer appearing lights, such as LEDs, emit primarily at a higher temperature. Bluer appearing lights have a greater negative impact on human and environmental health. They also scatter farther into the atmosphere, which is what covers up the beauty of the night sky, and they cost more money for the university. There is an easy fix for this problem. If the university changes all of their LED lights with warm lights that peak in longer wavelengths, it would reduce the leak of lights in the atmosphere, revealing the long-awaited constellations. You may be wondering, is fixing this worth it if all it does is make the sky look pretty? The answer is yes. This does more than make the sky look better. It helps astronomers see the constellations more clearly for their studies and gives students opportunities to learn different star practices and traditions from religions and cultures. But even with warm, dark sky-friendly lights, the ecosystem is still negatively affected. Light still leaks into the surrounding natural land, which harms both plants and animals. Animal behaviors, life stages, and predator-prey interactions are adapted to the 24-hour day and night cycle and the 12-month seasonal cycle. Too much light at the wrong time confuses them and interferes with mating, reproduction, and migration, among other ecological impacts. Insects, for example, are guided toward bright lights and they gather up for easy prey. Artificial lights even affect plants by disrupting the key life cycle stages governed by the presence of light, which can also have cascading effects on animals that depend on them. The simple solution for this would just be to remove the lights that shine into natural parts of the campus. However, this would make students feel unsafe as they roam around at night. So how do we stop the lights from shining onto the ecosystem while still shining onto the nearby sidewalk or path? There are two things we can do. One would be to target the lights specifically to the chosen path, while making sure no light gets into the ecosystem. The other would be to keep the lights how they are and add shields that block light from reaching the environment. These simple solutions could heavily improve the quality of the surrounding ecosystem and the health of the animals that live in it. The final problem of artificial light is the disruption of circadian clocks. Most colleges have lights that shine into dorm rooms with bad curtains, which trick the brain. Obviously, students need to get good sleep to stay healthy and be in the best possible state to learn. But how can they fall asleep if their body doesn't produce the hormones needed to feel tired? The best solution for this is to add blackout curtains to the student dorms. Avier Sriparamberger, forgive me if I butchered that, a student of the American University, did calculations for the total cost of getting a blackout curtain for every room in Let's Hall, and it turned out to be $3,000, which is a relatively low cost for the issue. These problems that affect so many different things all come from what we once thought was beneficial, light pollution. Now that you know the real problems and effects of light pollution, you can help work to solve it. Whether it's notifying your school about solving these problems, or simply turning off your dorm light at night. If we all take the steps needed to fix our mistake, we can finally see the marvel that is the night sky